Good morning. This morning I find a reason to do this live because I believe I have something to take care of today. Before I do it, I need to document for the day. This information, a lot of people might find it useful. A lot of people might find it just words. But trust me, I don't waste my time. I take my time so seriously. I don't even watch TV, no news, no headline. I hear people talk about headlines. You know headlines, that's why you may have none about your partner. I don't watch news. News I stopped watching since 2000, I believe, starting 2005. And TV, basically, since 1995, the soap operas, I stopped watching them because I was going to school in the morning and work at night, finish work at 12 midnight and get home around 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I would get up in the morning around 6 o'clock because I had to be at school around 7. Yeah, around 7. So I didn't have time really for TV. And listen, when I go to the school, because I was in 12th grade high school, what I had to do is that I had to be in junior ROTC school class, 7 o'clock in the morning. That one was naval because it was for Navy. Because they took us to a trip to a naval place where we saw George W. the father airplane and everything. Okay, so I had to be at work at 4 o'clock. So the school ends 2 something, almost 3. From there, I had to drive straight from school. That was in Linden, New Jersey. And then I had to be at work all the way in Carteret, New Jersey. That was about almost an hour drive. And work finished at midnight. I did not really have any time for no TV. Listen, I find myself in a predicament. And that predicament that I am in was because of someone who I'm hearing loves me. And certain individual didn't want me to meet with that person and then turn against me because they saw money. And me, myself, I have not known anything about it until recently. But the individuals who have found out about the other person who was seeking for me ended up doing a lot of BSs. BSs such as witchcraft to unalive me, hiring people for witchcraft, hiring people, gunmen, hitmen, a lot of things has been done. While they paying witchcraft people, priests, or let's say spiritual practitioners, they're also doing it themselves. I would feel energy around me. But don't really have time to think exactly where they were coming from. In 2019, I ended up initiate myself into esoteric teaching, so I could learn certain things for protection. After I got initiated in July 4th, 2019, I received message is that my family worried about me being in the esoteric learning because of certain reason I could not really picture. I could not really think why would they worry about me in a spiritual life, living a spiritual life. Can I tell you that the school that I was initiated in only taught the students protection, how to defend themselves, and how to things like that. Anything different, the guru did it for us, but you pay them money. But as far as defense, they show you how to do the pentagram over you every morning before you get out. You make sure you do it. But me, I never did any of that. I started when I first initiated, but I didn't continue doing it. For some reason, something within me after the initiation, something within me started to develop. Don't know what it was. All I know is that information was coming to me, and I started to do things on my own. I don't really contact the guru for things, and I don't know what it was. But I went to a place where I was told that I was chosen. And then I'm like, okay, so if I am chosen, ancestors chosen, therefore, that is the reason why information. It's like I have a teacher in the spirit the back of my head, but I couldn't see it. But I feel presence. I will sit on my bed. Let's say I lay down to sleep and I'm on my back. That was then. It has changed through experiences. I would lay on my back and I'm sleeping. It's like something bright open my eyes themselves, and then I would be like looking at events like the thing is happening right there and then. That's exactly almost the same thing that happened when people lie to me. I loved it. When people lie to me, I would feel like a breeze on my, like, where the eyelashes are. It feels fresh, a breeze. Once the person just talk the lie, and then I would feel it, and it jump. Just the eyelashes just jump a little bit, and then you feel the breeze. And I'll be like, why did you just lie to me? You know you cannot lie to me. Okay, so this is it. It changed. I'm not gonna say how it is now, because back then these things were just being developed in me. I didn't understand them. I had a mason. I was living with a mason. He called himself Master Mason, and also I believe he's more than a mason, because he practiced voodoo, he practiced makaya, he practiced another one that he mentioned. He didn't think I would understand. Certain things he talks to me about, he didn't know I would understand them. But I had a teacher somewhere within me. Nothing he said I didn't understand. Okay. So now, after I initiated, everybody that initiates in that school, the night of the initiation, they receive Lado number. I didn't. I didn't. The guru was expecting mostly for me to say, I received this, I received that. I didn't. All I remember is that night, the 4 angels visited me, and it was amazing. Michael, um, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael. The guru had already said that you will have visitation. That night, you see purple, blue color in the ceiling, and you see green, orange. It's like the rainbow, but they don't come all together. They come one by one. It was amazing. And the faces of the angel, you actually meet them that night, July 4th, 2019. So I used to I had to, because I didn't do them. I When I first did the initiation, because I don't know yet. I grew up in church. I didn't know certain things, so I was learning them. At that time, I used to have comic rituals to do. The comic rituals, you do it every Tuesday with a blue candle, I believe, and I had to do every Saturday, every first Saturday of the month. And I believe that one, I don't remember what that one, because that one I actually did it one time, which was the very first Saturday after the initiation. When I did it, when you do that every first of the month Saturday ritual, you actually take communion. You have the wine, and you also have the biscuits, the bread to eat. That one you did with the blue and red candle. I used to have a lot of crystals in my house because I love crystals. To me, they're beautiful. You have the clear quartz, you have the red. I had the red, the green. I had the black obsidians. I had them very big. I didn't know how to read them. All I know is that I love the beauty inside my place. I put them there because I was told by somebody in Georgia, Roselle, Georgia, that the crystals absorb negative energy and release positive energy. Just that idea only. And then I kept buying them. This later on, I find out that was kind of a protection, because the mason I was living with one day told me, Ketsia, you have items here. You can even be a member or like a high priestess, or some people who actually works and make a living with these kind of things. But my ancestors didn't want me to do that. Otherwise, they would also instruct me about it. The only thing that I remember doing was buying lemon drops candies. They were hard candies, and just drop them on the floor in the house. When I drop them on the floor, I don't know. It's some days you don't see them. Some days you see certain areas you don't see them. But I mostly threw them in the corners, or behind the TV, and things like that. Other places too. Not everything fell behind the TV. Some of them also fell in front. I didn't really care because the floor was always clean. I didn't have to worry about. All I had to worry about me not stepping in them so I don't slip and fall. The children also, because my second son was about 14, 15 at that time, and my daughter was 12, let's say 13 at that time. Listen, now the individuals who ended up attacking me happened to be my mom, my sister, my brother, my cousin, and most of the cousin mostly would be Philange, because I used to have her on Facebook. She had removed herself. My mom would be praying for me, and it's like also cursing me. Like, for example, she would be, God, if Nini did something against Saul and Lala, and I'm like, you cannot pray for me, don't pray for me no more. Then that was a sign that my mom was against me for some reason. I am a child that my mom said to my firstborn that I was the most obedient child in the house, and that I never disrespected her. Never. Until last year. But last year I had no choice after I realized that she grouped with my sister, which is her first child, to unalive me for money. The white individuals that are after me actually working with my mom, my brother, and my sister. My aunt in New Jersey joined them. I don't know how long, but I learned about it last year. She had joined them in the work. Listen, everywhere I go, they find me. Even when I turn off my phone, they find me. I go to that bus station, then certain individuals already were already there. Some I noticed coming as I sat down, and some would be on the bus along with me. They find me. I turn off my phone, do you hear? But they find me. It's like you would think that the individual that God had set follow signal to find where I am, but these people don't follow signal. Now, people will understand why it's not I hesitated. My mind do not tell me to go on that car when that car comes. Even though when I try, there is always a reason for me not to get on the car. It's either it's not the right car, or it's a police car, or it's something happened. A couple already in the car. My mom and my sister was encountered by, I believe, Masons. The Masons who had been studied me for years, decades, approached them and offered them money for my life. Why? For my light, for whatever God gave me to carry. Me, myself, no one ever told me that they were offered money. Until last year, I find out there was a first $7,000 that was invested to my sister for my life. $7,000, this is cheap. You receive $7,000 from Masons to help unalive your sister. And the light is not coming to you. It's supposed to go to the group of Eastern Star or whatever. And I am also initiated because of the school that I entered. The individual that the guru of that school is a Mason. Mostly the teaching relates to Mason teaching, from my understanding, but I'm not sure because I'm not a Mason. Listen, it's been decades now. They refuse to leave me alone. They infiltrate everywhere I go. Every community I enter to live, they infiltrate it. By enter in the community, find the people in the neighborhood, pay them money. I don't know where they find the money, but they do pay them money. Everybody here in this community, I'm not saying everybody, I'm saying, like, let's say it like this because I don't want to sin. I really cannot afford to sin, especially right now. A lot of them are paid, and I do show them on videos because I walk around and I have, I make sure I put them, I record them. But number 59 on this street and number 12 on this street are the men too that I know. Now on the street across, the injunction is number 1222. That one is a woman, a black woman. She actually paid somebody from this building right there, which is number 19 on my street. I cannot tell you exactly how it happened. All I know is that once something is about me, God wants me to see it, something would pull me to the window. Something would put me to step out on the porch. Then once I see it, I'm like, oh, that's what just pulled me out. Yeah, God wanted me to see this. God wanted me to see that. People, they jeopardized my life for no reason. It was based on lies that I am dangerous. I've never been arrested. I've never been anywhere. I've never done anything really illegal to be considered dangerous. All I can understand is that people who feel threatened by my light accuse me in order to get rid of me so they don't feel small. Although what I carry make me big in some kind of way spiritually, I I live my life as small as I could be in order for people not to feel threatened anymore. Meaning they call it shrink. Okay, I cannot shrink my life in order for me to be at peace. But it seems like it was not shrink enough to be at peace. Everywhere. I live in Connecticut, they come. I live in Florida, they come. I live in Georgia, they come. I moved to South Carolina, they come. I come back to Massachusetts. This is my fourth time or fifth time that I moved back to Massachusetts. They don't leave me alone because they want to mess with my stability. People, I was born, let's say I am the number four. I'm the number four child in my family. That causes me to be very stable. Number four, number of stability caused me to be stable. But because of that, those who know spirituality, they mess with that number four and causing me to be all over, all around. So one time I traveled, at that time I didn't live there. I traveled. I believe I was hired permanently, so I had to go to an extended stay until I find my own apartment. When I was in Georgia back in 2016, when I was in Georgia, there I met a black man who was wearing crystals around his ankles, around his wrist, and he told me to get some for stability and grounding. That's why I had to get the tiger eye, because the tiger eye kind of ground you. But I didn't know the efficacy of these things that he told me to buy. Do you know I fell in love with them the way I was feeling my energy until I ended up. I had a little short on the channel. I said good morning on it. The time that I filled the table with the crystals. Listen, even now, they still after me. The white lady, I believe, is the judge, the wife of the judge that got bribed. She wants me dead for what? She also paying the people. My sister is paying gunmen. This white lady is paying gunmen. This is how dangerous it is. Okay? Now, with the life I am living, someone is coming around to pick me up, but the someone knows, able to see, able to read energy and know how dangerous it is for me. But that person choose recognition over everything else. Now, I cannot rest. I don't sleep at night, not because of the danger. I cannot sleep really at night because of the individual, because that individual pull my energy. He pull a lot of energy. When he comes by, it's even worse. Pulling my energy is how? It's like, yeah, the soul connection is very intense. Therefore, he pull energy by calling me forth. I understand it. But you make it hard for us to meet and you pull in my energy. It's not healthy for me. Listen. Listen. Something must be done about it. On this channel alone, yesterday I was doing a live and I mentioned 3 channels that I have that I use for my ministry. But I have more than that. But these 3 is for my ministry. Listen, this one alone, I haven't checked the other 2. This one alone, about 28 to 30 accounts on my subscribers list has the same name in them. Don't know exactly. I understand it myself, but I'm gonna say I don't know how it happened. About 30 accounts subscribe to this channel alone, and all of them carry the name of the same individual. Now tell me what exactly it is. I don't know. It could be the individual want to support me, but I believe these are Mason people that connect to me so that they could know exactly what I upload, what updates of my life. That white lady that is coming around here, I believe she's one of them, because she's not afraid of anything, because she got on my porch to put witchcraft. And she come next door to me. I have it on other videos that she come and pay money to have me on a live. Do you know even offices that are paid by the government to help me also sold me to the people? Police have been paid. Offices got paid. I'm not sure how to say this, but the office of my building got paid, because the lady that used to drive us around all of a sudden stopped driving us around and said that they're not allowed to put a resident in their car anymore. So they joined the group. When I first moved with that company, I told them that she was gonna be approached, but I don't think they approached her exactly first. I believe they approached the office. Now the office sold me, because I believe somebody in that office received money to help and make me vulnerable to the people. I remember I was living in South Carolina. When I moved to these places, I moved to stay. But the infiltration of the community, I cannot stay because they refuse to leave me alone. Where I stay is always the next door neighbor is always the worst criminal in the community. And this is not coincidence. Somehow, they place me in the spirit. Somehow, everywhere I go is always the same kind of community, where people, any kind of money kind of beat their heart, and then they don't care about people's life. And when I say people's life, it's not just me. All three of my children are always in jeopardy because of that. Now the first one, they bought him because I had to kick him out last year, December last year, because I realized he was the one who's been poisoning me over the years, spitting blood, blowing out blood because of my first child. I kept him with me until he's 29. I let him go at 29. Although I've been receiving messages to find him, I don't know where he is. I don't have his phone number because he is dangerous. Libra people, Cancer people, the very most dangerous individual you can deal with if they choose, I repeat, if they choose to be bad and evil. I believe I taught him enough to pray and to survive. He will survive because although he's not with me, I still stand in the gap for him. I continue to pray for his life and his safety. I received message that he may have gotten shot, but that he's undoing because he chose to join that group of people against me. Because there is not even one individual who work against me that do not get sick and things don't happen to them. Okay, now The jeopardy is now the two young ones. They're not little children, but they're young adults. Do you know that these children could not go to school since COVID because of the jeopardy and the infiltration of my community everywhere I go? My daughter stopped at 8th grade, didn't finish it. My second son stopped at 9th grade, did not finish it. This is how bad it is. Now, if I share my life and people choose not to understand and act differently, this is them. But all I know is that Psalm 111, honey, will attract love. First of all, I am loved by God. I am chosen by God. I live by that. Messages after messages, my divine partner had prepared a safe place for me. But you prepare a safe place for me, and how do I get there? There is a contingency of recognition. How do I get there? I don't know. How do I get a... Listen, I choose to live life and trust God alone, because the contingency of recognition in that whole process slow down things. Yeah, in spiritual, you're not delay, you're in preparation. You're not this, you're in that. Blah, 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 blah. Yada, yada, yada. First, the individual worried about my appearance, which is BS. If you have money and you do love somebody, you don't worry about appearance, because what do they say? They always say money fixes basically everything. With money, not even not even a lot. You pay a doctor to help with the face, because this is not my natural appearance. This is disguise with witchcraft. I've explained that before in another video. They do beauty spell. They do beauty spell. They do glamour spell. They do destiny swap, destiny exchange, soul swap, and I claim them all back. By the name of Jesus. People wondering how I am this come. Why shouldn't I become? People are doing their things to unalive me when I am with God. My mom and my sister pretend that I am not with God in order to continue doing what they were doing. They pretend that I am in the same thing as they are, to pretend continue doing what they were doing to me. Come on. What does the devil do? The devil doesn't do anything except but steal and destroy what God makes. Do you know Lucifer himself bowed down to me? Lucifer himself was doing something in my favor because he recognized what I carry. I didn't address him. It's the energy I received, and there were also confirmation on YouTube about it. The devil bow. The devil is protecting you because of what you carry. When I entered this, I didn't know that I would have to be stuck. I am kind of upset with God. In a way, He understands it. For what I have been through in my life, I was supposed, if I was gonna be paired with someone, it should have been with someone that do not need covenant marriage, because the recognition step comes with the covenant marriage. Covenant marriage to make sure that you stay. I don't need it to stay, because I enter a relationship to stay until God remove me. Both my marriages, God removed me, because both ex-husbands are working with the same individual to unalive me. And they ended up with life insurance on my name without my permission, without me signing. Someone signed for me. So now tell me something. Don't you know they want me dead because of fraud? They signed my name without me knowing, for money. For money? Yeah, for money. If I meet with my divine partner, I meet him. If I don't meet him, I don't meet him. Because he knows a woman of his is blocking us not to meet. He knows it. He knows it. I have been saying it. Yesterday, I had a video confirmation that I forwarded to him saying, I think this is for you. I deleted it because in a conversation, he asked me, what exactly do you want? When I don't ask him for nothing, that question, I replied, do forgive me. I want nothing. But I do believe that people needs to know what's going on, because at a certain time, I'm not gonna be the only one in this predicament, because these people are not afraid of anything. They attack anybody. They kill their children with light. This is something that I know I am saying. They are running a criminal organization. Yes, they are running a criminal organization, jeopardizing children's life. Because when you go after the parents and the children are always with their parents, you jeopardize their lives too. And remember, my children were very young when they started going after me. My first son is 29, turning 30 this year in October. And my youngest was, I would say, my youngest was probably 4. Yeah, was probably 4 and 5. My battery is dying. I'm gonna end the video here, and if I have another a chance, I will come back to it, because this organization needs to be exposed to the right individual. And according to Psalm 109, every time they find themselves in judgment, they must be found guilty, condemned with the highest penalty by the name of Jesus Christ. The criminal in my life must be exposed to the right individual with proof in hand, with evidence in hand. Okay. It's still live, so everything I've been saying is recorded. So let's see if I can stop it right now. Yes, I added human trafficking in the time, because there was a time when I was in Connecticut, they were planning to pick me up on my way to work, and the plan was for me to be kidnapped, kept in a van somewhere for sex. Yeah, back in 2020. They even paid people at my job at LabCorp. They even poisoned me at LabCorp. They give me candy. The food that they were offering me, I only ate it one time because there was a lady that was 62 years old, a Philippine, a lady that I show respect to. That's the one that kind of talked to me before. Besides that, nobody really talked to me. At LabCorp was very funny. I would go to work and have nothing to do, and I kept on showing up. Listen, I kept on showing up. Sometimes I go to work, they don't give me assignments, and I pick on little things to do. My job was not hard. It's very easy. It's like you're getting paid that good money for no reason because it was very light work. Even though the workload can be heavy with the number of slides, the number of blocks you produce for the day, but what you do, the work, the process of things was not easy. It was not difficult, and it was easy work. At LabCorp, that 62-year-old named Edna um, was the one to come and ask me to go eat with everybody. When you know what they did? The way they order the food, they order to make sure they know which one is everybody's because they want to make sure they know which one is mine. I always say, no, thank you. I'm good. I don't eat it except one time because Edna told me she will go with me. And then guess who they used to give me the poison? Edna. I ate the food. When I got home, I did what I had to do, and then I was fine. I'm still fine now. But another day, she ended up going to lunch, and when she came back, she forced uh, from a toilet, not toilet paper, paper towel from the bathroom. She put candy full of sugar and then brought to me. She forced it into my hand here, like she's hiding. Don't let people see. No, everybody already knows she's bringing it to me because it was given to her to pass over. Listen, I took it and I put it on my little drawer because they're not supposed to see food on your workstation in the lab because you deal with formaldehyde, you deal with a tissue sometimes that are not very well processed. So they don't want a food period there. She kept reminding me of the candy. Come on, I'm in my 40s. You give me candy and you keep telling me to eat it, eat it. That was weird. I'm like, okay, now what should I do? I left it in the drawer. When I was going, I said to him each time, it's okay, I have time, I have time. But I didn't want to tell her exactly that I know that there is something in it because when she forced it in my hand, I already felt the energy. There's something in the candy. And when I was going home, I took it and I went home with it. I put it in a cabinet because I always save them for me to have a chance to test them for poison because there is poison in them. Then I was like, how old am I for people to think that I'm going to be greedy for sugar when I am diabetic? To hand me candy with sugar sprinkled all over. It's a gummy candy. But anyway, people, I will come with another live with this information because I believe this can help a lot of people. That organization is a new organization. It has not been there because the trafficking might be going. I've been hearing about the traffic of human, but the one that has my name in it is functioning in a whole different level because they're not just kidnapping, they're also doing witchcraft to weaken people to make it easier for them to be kidnapped. So far, I am the only one they haven't succeeded because witchcraft doesn't affect me like it affects other people. I'll be back with other information. It will help save children because they siphoning their energy. Older people are siphoning youth and strength from little children like they did to my children. They did it. And I was there as their healer. Every time they do something to them, I had to prepare things for them. Listen, this is true. This is real. So the day I die, it's gonna be God's day. Whether it is by them, whether it is by other means, but it's gonna be the day God wants me to sleep. It's not because they're smart, not because they are able, nothing. The reason why I say the day I die is because the way that they come in for me for the shift, it's not working because the other side, the partner, might not be canceling the witchcraft that is being done for us to stay apart. Although I am doing it, but guess what? It takes the two of us to cancel the witchcraft. Not just me. Not just everyone that come after me. Some of them will kill themselves. Some of them will be crushed by the car because they'll be meeting with the wrath angels of God. And the wrath of God itself. Can you guess what they see in my house when they come for me? You will find out later.